Hello everyone, I am Neha Patil, Assistant Professor in Computer Department of AISSMS IOIT, welcomes you all for today's session. Today we are going to see the concept list in Python. Actually, the Python programming language consists of 4 collection data types: list, tuple, set and dictionary. Out of these 4, today we will see list in detail. List is nothing but a collection which is ordered and changeable, and it allows duplicate members. Tuple is a collection which is ordered and unchangeable, and it also allows duplicate members. Set is a collection which is unordered and unindexed, and no duplicate members allowed in set. Dictionary is a collection which is unordered, changeable and indexed. No duplicate members allowed in the dictionary. So these are the 4 data types present in the Python. Out of this we will see list in detail today. As I told you, list is a collection which is ordered and the changeable. And in Python, if we want to represent the list, we are going to make use of the square brackets as shown here. Here I have shown the example for the list creation. Here we are assigning the elements at the time of the declaration. So if you see the example here, lst is equal to, in square brackets we have represented here apple, grapes, oranges. These are some strings we have mentioned here. So these strings we can mention either in the double quotes or we can mention in the single quotes also. And in list, if you see the second example, in the second example we have combined the different data types together. Like 1, 2, 3, these are the integer values, 2.5 is the float value, and Neha is a string here. So that means in case of list here we can combine multiple data types together. So this is one advantage of the list. In array, this is not possible in C or C++. We can combine only single type of data together, but in list we can combine multiple type of data together here. Then next is, if we want to access the items in the list, we, like in array also, we can access the specific item by specifying the index number. Similarly, in list also I can access the specific item by specifying the index here. So if you see the example here, we have taken the same example. Lst is equal to 3 strings are there: apple, grapes and oranges. And here whenever I am writing like the print lst of 2 in square brackets, I am mentioning that the index number, then it is going to point to the oranges. As again here list is also going to start from the 0th index. So apple is going to represent the 0th position, grapes are at the 1st position, and oranges string is at the 2nd position. So this print statement will print the string oranges. So we can access the specific item like this way. Then one more advantage of the list here in Python is the negative indexing. Negative indexing is nothing but what? Here we can begin from the end of the list here. Like in array, we can't come in the reverse direction, but in Python, by using this negative indices, we can come from last to first position. So here -1 refers to the last item, -2 refers to the second last item, and in this way we can proceed till the first item here. So if I want to print the last item, then just in square brackets we have to mention that number -1. So it is going to point to the last string or last item present in the list. Then next is the specifying range of indexes. So we can give the specific range also while mentioning the index here. So directly we'll see the example. If you see here, the first example we have taken here, list is equal to apple, grapes, oranges, kiwi, banana and the mango. So these 5 or 6 items we have taken inside the list here. And whenever we are mentioning the index here like the 3 to 5 here, then the search will start at the index 3 and it will end at the index 5. So here whenever we are passing the index like 3 to 5 here, that means it is going to print from the third index to the fifth index, whatever be the items present at that position, it will print that item. Then if you see the second example here, in that second example, we have again taken the same strings here inside the list there. But while printing, we have mentioned here like list of, and then the first index we have not specified here. Directly we have given the colon and we have given here the 4 here. So that means what it will do here, whenever we are not specifying the first index here, then it will again by default it will start from the 0th position. That means it will start from the first item till the 4th item and it will print the string here. So in this way also we can specify the indices. Here in second example, if you see here, to the print function we are passing here the first index, but we are not passing the end index here. So whenever we are specifying the range like this way, then it will start from that particular index and it will go till the end here. Though we have not specified here the end index, but it will go till the end index. Same thing we can do with the negative indices also. Only the thing is what here, we have to mention here the indices by specifying the negative value here. Like in this example, if you see here, we are printing like from -4 to -1. So -4 to -1 is nothing but what? -1 is the last item, then the -2, then the -3 and then the -4. So it will start from the -4th item and it will go till the end of the item. So that means in this case here, mango is the -1 position, melon is at the -2, kiwi is at the -3 and orange is at the -4. That means we will get the output from orange to mango. So like this way we can specify the negative index. Then in list we can modify the specific value also. So it's very easy. Whenever we want to modify any particular value, then just by in that position we have to assign the new string there. Like if you are able to see here, lst of 1 originally containing the value banana, but we are going to modify it with the black currant. So just in lst of 1 is equal to, in double quotes we are writing the new string there. So this is the modification. Then if I want to traverse through a list, then we can use a for loop, and the syntax of the for loop is like, for the variable that is the x in list name, then we have to specify the colon, and if we write inside that the print statement, then it will print all the items present in the list here. So it will print one by one item there. Directly whenever we are printing like print of A, then it is going to print the whole list at a time there. But here whenever we are using the for loop, then it will print one by one item. Then to get the length of a list here, we can use the standard library function length also there. Like the syntax is len, and then we have to pass the list name there. Then it is going to give us the length of the list there. Then if I want to add the items in the list, then there are the various methods are present. Like the first method is the append. So whenever we are using the append method, then it is going to add the new value at the end of the original list here. And second method is the insert method is there. So insert method we are going to use when we want to add a value at a specific position. So if you are able to see here, the syntax is like list name dot insert function, and then we are passing the two parameters, that is first is the index position where we want to insert the new item, and then by separating the comma here in double quotes we are writing the new string there which we want to insert into that list there. Similarly, if I want to remove the item from the list, then there are also again the various methods are present. Like the first is the remove method. Just for that remove method we have to pass the string or the value which we want to remove, then it will remove that particular value. Second method is the pop method. It is again going to work like the same similar like the remove method, and if we are not passing any value to the pop function here or the method here, then it is going to delete the last item from the list here. the next is again we can use the delete keyword also for deleting a specific index. Like if you are able to see here, del lst of the 0. That means it is going to delete a first value from the list here. So this is also one method is there. Then if I want to delete a whole list completely there, then that also we can do by just mentioning the, after the del, just we have to mention the name of that list. Then clear method is going to actually empty the list here. It is not going to delete the list completely. It is going to only delete the values from that list here. So the syntax is like list name dot clear method there. Then if I want to copy a list into another list there, then again there are the various methods are present. The first is like the copy method is there. This is the built-in method. So the syntax is like this way. New list is equal to original list dot copy. So it is going to copy the original list into the new list there. Then there is the another method, list method is also present in the Python if we want to copy one list into another. Like if you are able to see here, the syntax is like new list name is equal to list method, and we are passing the name of the original list here. So by this way also we can copy one list into another list. Then if we want to join the two lists there, then if you are able to see here, directly we can write here like the list 3 is equal to list 1 plus list 2. That means by using the plus operator, we can easily combine the two strings together, or sorry, two lists together. Then this is actually the summary where I have mentioned here all the methods which we have used in the list here. The first one is the append, which is going to add an element at the end of list. Clear, it is going to remove all the elements from the list. Copy method returns a copy of the list. Count is the another method which is going to return the number of elements with the specified value. Extend is also one more method which is going to add the elements of a list to the end of the current list. Index method is going to return the index of the first element with the specified value. Then insert method is going to add an element at the specified position. Pop is the method which is used for removing the element at the specific position. Remove is the method which is going to remove the item with the specified value. Reverse is the method which is going to reverse the order of the list. And sort is used for sorting the list here. So these are the standard methods present in the Python. So hope you have understood the concept of the list in Python. Thank you very much.